Okay, we will take question number 6A2 in page number 9. 6A2 in page number 9. Okay, please read the question. Okay, so what's given in the question? Upon finalization of the cost accounts for the year 2019, ABC Limited extracted the following information relating to the manufacture of their product A, which is given as under. So there is a company ABC Limited, ABC Limited, and this company has finalized its returns, finalized its records for the year 2019, and it has given certain information relating to a products. One of its product called a product A, product A, which means that this company has so many other products other than product A also. Okay, right. Sales revenue is given, then material cost per unit, labor cost per unit, variable cost per unit, and fixed overhead total, that is also available. Now, however, while preparing the budget for the forthcoming year 2020, the following details were noted. Okay, the material cost of the company is expected to increase by 5%. Material cost will go up by 5%, and the variable overheads is expected to increase by 7.5%. Variable overheads will increase by 7.5%. The fixed cost will increase to 13,000 per month. Also, the labor union has demanded an increase in the labor rates, which will effectively increase the labor cost by 10%. So, there is a change in the cost structure in 2020, which they are considering for the purpose of preparing the budget. Okay, so whatever given relating to 2019, it was the actual data which they extracted after the end of the period, based on which they are going to prepare the budget for the forthcoming year 2020. Okay, now what we are supposed to calculate, we are required to compute PV ratio, break-even point in both units and value, margin of safety, and profits for the year 2019. We will do that first. Okay. So anyway, you will have to do the calculations for both the years. So first we will analyze the cost for the both the years, and we will keep it ready so that it can be used for the purpose of other subquestions also. So you can write analysis of cost for 2019 and 2020. Okay, so we have 2019, 2020. Now we need to start with the first cost. What is the first cost? It's material cost. Material cost per unit for the first year is how much? 60 per unit. And what is happening in 2020? They say that it will increase by 5%. So into 105. So 3 rupees will be the 10% of 60 will be 6. So 5% will be 3. So 16 rupees. Then labor cost per unit. For the first year, the labor cost is 12, and they say that the labor union has demanded an increase in the labor rates, which will effectively increase the labor cost by 10%. So 12 is the current, but it will increase by 10%. So 13.20. Then next is variable overheads. 6 per unit, which is expected to increase by 7.5%. 6 rupees. Six into 107.5. That will be 6.45. 6.45. Now what happens to the fixed cost? Fixed cost for 2019 is, see, what is that? 12,000 per month. See here, the information is given on per month basis, whereas the other information, it is for the year 2019. So what do you have to do? Fixed cost will be 12,000 into 12, that is 1,44,000 here. Then they say that this is expected to increase from 12,000 to 13,000 per month. So 13,000 into 12 will be how much? 1,56,000. 1,56,000. Okay, that is the fixed cost. Now what do you have to do? So we have done the cost analysis. Now you can do the sub questions one by one. So we will take the first sub question A. Okay. First you have to compute what all things. PV ratio, break-even point, margin of safety, and profits for the year. First we will compute the profits for 2019. Okay. Selling price per unit. What is the selling price? Do you have any information regarding the selling price? Yes, it is 100 per unit. Okay. So variable cost per unit, and that first one is material. Then labor. Then variable overhead. So that is 78. So contribution per unit will be 100 minus 78 will be 22. Now what do you have to do? Number of units sold is equal to, what is the number of units sold? 20,000. Therefore total contribution will be 20 into 22,000 will be 4,40,000. Okay. Less fixed cost for 2019 is 1,44,000. So that will give you profits for 2019. 4,40,000 minus 1,44,000, 2,96,000. profits for 2019 will be 2,96,000. Now what you have to do? You have to compute the formulas. Okay. So first is the PV ratio. Contribution per unit. How much is contribution per unit? Contribution per unit is 78 on 100. Am I right? No, 22 on 100. Okay, that is PV ratio. Now break even quantity. First in quantity. The formula is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. What is the fixed cost? 1,44,000. Contribution per unit is 22. So 1,44,000 divided by 22 will give you 6545. 6545.45 units. See, generally fraction production is not possible. So whenever you present the break-even point, you round it off. And always keep in mind, when you round it off, you have to round it off the next highest number, because if you are producing only 6545, then you will not be breaking even. Okay, if you produce only 6545, if you write break-even point at 6545, then the contribution from 6545 will not be sufficient to cover the entire contribution, the fixed cost. Okay, there will be some 1 or 2 rupee, or maybe less than 22 rupees will be the difference. But if you show it as 6546, then there will be a slight profit. Doesn't matter. The objective of break-even point is what? Not to make profit or loss. The objective of break-even point is to compute the minimum number of units that you need to produce to recover the fixed cost entirely. Okay, so you have to round it off. If you are rounding it off, you have to round it off to 6546 units. Okay, so you can write while computing the break-even point of products for which fractional production is not possible, for which fractional production is not possible. What is the way out? What is the way out? The computed break-even point should be rounded off to next highest full number. Okay. Therefore, in the above case, the break-even point is rounded off to 6546 units. Is it clear? Okay, this is the break-even point in quantity. Now next. In value. Fixed cost divided by PV ratio is the formula. Okay. 1,44,000 divided by 22, that will give you, divided by not 22 rupees, 22 percentage. That will be rupees 6,54,545. Okay, here you don't have to do any rounding up because it is in value. So value could be paisa, 0.545. That is perfect. There is no issue in that. Okay. Now this can also be written as, since we have computed the break-even point in quantity, that quantity multiplied selling price per unit will give you the break-even point value. But mind you, since here you have rounded off this value, if you multiply it with the selling price, say selling price, how much is selling price? 100 rupees, right? Into 100, you will get a higher value than this break-even point which you have computed. But it's only a rounding of difference, it doesn't make any much difference for any decision making. Okay, so or this is equal to break-even quantity into selling price per unit, that is 6,546 into 100 is equal to 6,54,600. Okay, so you got why there is a difference between these two figures, right? Okay. Now going one step further, you need to compute the margin of safety also. Margin of safety, MOS. This also you can compute in terms of units as well as in terms of value. In units, this is equal to profit divided by contribution per unit. What is the profit here? The profit we have already computed it to be 2,96,000. Okay, so 2,96,000 divided by that is equal to 13,454.54 units. Okay, now suppose you need to round it off. You want to round off the margin of safety. How will you do the rounding off? The rounding off should be the previous lowest full number. Okay, so this will be rounded off to 13. Because if you do it as 13,455, you want the last product will not give you any profit. What is margin of safety? Margin of safety is the number of units which you are selling, the contribution of which will give you the profit. Okay, so you should reduce it. You should round it off to the lowest number in case of margin of safety. Okay, in case of break-even point, you have to round it off to the next highest number. Okay, now units, or this is equal to total sales quantity minus break-even quantity. What is total sales quantity? It is 20,000, right? 20,000 minus break-even point quantity. Break-even point quantity is, we have found out break-even 6,545. Am I right? 6,546. That will give you 13,454. Now in value, okay, that is equal to profits divided by PV ratio, that is equal to 2,96,000 divided by 22,000. 13 lakh 45 454. Okay, and you have one more formula. What is that? Margin of safety in units multiplied by selling price per unit. If you use this formula, this will be 13,454 into rupees 100, that is equal to rupees 13,45400. There is a slight difference, doesn't matter. Okay, so we have computed margin of safety also in that. Now what else? The second part, assuming the cost structure remains unchanged in 2020, how many units of A should be sold in 2020 to earn an annual profit of 10 lakh rupees? Okay, so the cost structure of 2019 remains as such for 2020. It is an assumption. Okay, the budget team has already told that there are a lot of changes in the cost structures. Okay, but the manager wants to know. You forget about that changes in the cost structure. Assume that same cost structure as that of 2019 is going to happen or continue in 2020 also. If that is the situation, how much number of units you need to sell? Okay, how much units of A should be sold in 2020 to get a annual profit of 10 lakh rupees? Okay, so how to find it out? There is a desired profit. Desired profit is how much? 10 lakhs. Desired profit for 2020. Okay, now first you need to find out what should be the desired contribution. How to find out the desired contribution from the desired profit? If you have the desired profit, you add what? The fixed cost for that period. If you add the fixed cost, you will get the desired contribution. Okay, so add fixed cost. Which fixed cost you should take? The actual fixed cost which they have budgeted, or the fixed cost of 2019. Now in the question they say that this question has to be worked out assuming that the cost structure remains same as that of 2019. So whatever be the fixed cost that is given for 2019, same thing have to be adopted here. And what is that? What is that amount? It is 1,44,000. So 1 lakh. So desired contribution is equal to 11,44,000. Okay, now as it is assumed that the cost structure of 2019 will continue in 2020 also. The contribution per unit of A will be how much? Will be same as that of 2019, that is will be rupees itself. Cost, though the cost is expected to change, we are assuming that it is not changing for this evaluation. And what about the selling price? Is there any information on the change in selling price? No, there is no information about the changes in selling price. So selling price, anyways, it will be 100 rupees itself. Only there is a change in the cost structure, but here for this problem they say that you assume that it will continue. Okay, so 22 itself. Now contribution per unit is rupees 22. Therefore, number of units to be sold in 2020 is equal to how much? You should earn 11 lakh 44,000, and on each unit you are selling you get a contribution of 22. So to get 11 lakh 44, how much units should be sold will be 11 lakh 44,000 divided by 22. How much? 52,000. Okay, 52,000 units. So in order to get a contribution, a profit of 10 lakhs in 2020, the company should sell 52,000 units. Thus, the number of units of A to be sold in 2020 will be 52,000 units. Is it clear? Yes. Now, what is the next question? Compute the PV ratio, break-even point, and profits for 2020, assuming that the company sell same number of units of A as in 2019 at the same selling price per unit. Okay, same number of units they are selling at the same selling price. You need to compute what? PV ratio, break-even point, and profits for 2020. Okay, now here, what about the cost? Can you take the same assumption as that of the previous sub question? No, not possible. That assumption is required was applicable only for that B. Now C, you have to use the general information given in the question. And what does the question say? The question says that there will be changes in the cost structure in 2019-20, 2020-20. Okay, so calculation for 2020, selling price per unit less variable cost per unit. Variable cost per unit we have already worked out, right? Where did we work out? Yeah, we worked out here. Okay, it came to okay. So what happens to material cost? Material cost is 63. Then labor cost is 13.20. Variable overhead is 6.45. So the total cost per unit or variable cost per unit will be 63 plus 13.2 plus 6.45 will give you 82.65. Therefore, contribution per unit is 100 minus 82.65, 17.35. Number of units expected to sell. Because we are only expecting, we are forecasting for 2020. That is 20,000. Therefore, total expected contribution 20,000 into 17.35. Three lakh 47. Then less. Fixed cost for 2020 will be 1,56,000. So 3,47,000 minus 156,000, that will give you 1,91 as the 1,90,000. Okay. Now what else? We need to do the ratio calculations. Quickly we need to do the ratio calculations. First we will start with break-even point. Break-even point in quantity. What is the formula? Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. That will be, what is the fixed cost here? 1,56,000 divided by what is contribution per unit? 17.35. Okay, so 1,56,000 divided by 17.35 will give you 8,991.35. I am rounding it off to 8,992 units. Okay, and this is in value, that is equal to FC divided by PV ratio, that is equal to 1,56,000 divided by, what is PV ratio? PV ratio will be 17.35 divided by 100. Okay, so 17.35 percentage. So that will be 1,56,000 divided by 0.1735. This will be 8,99,135. Is it clear? Okay, that is break-even point. Now PV ratio also we have to compute. PV ratio is contribution per unit divided by selling price per unit. That is 17.35 divided by 100. That is equal to 17.35 percentage. Then margin of safety. That is equal to, margin of safety is profit divided by contribution per unit. And what is profit? 1,91 divided by 17.35. That is equal to 1,91 divided by 17.35 will give you 11,008.64. It should be rounded off to the lowest one. 11,008 units. Okay. Now margin of safety in value. Is equal to profit divided by PV ratio, 1,91. This is equal to rupees 0.86. Okay, so that is the next one. This is over. Next, assuming the company wants to keep the PV ratio of 2020 same as 2019, what should be the selling price per unit? Okay, so the PV ratio of 2020 should be same as that of 2019. Okay, that is the requirement. So PV ratio of 2019 was 22%. Okay, so required PV ratio of 2020 is also 22%. What is PV ratio? PV ratio is equal to contribution per unit divided by selling price per unit. Is it clear? Okay. Now You can do it in a couple of ways. Okay, now just see. Contribution per unit means what? Contribution per unit is nothing but selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit divided by selling price per unit. Okay, into 100. Now, here the question says you need to find out the selling price per unit. Okay, so PV ratio required as 22, that is equal to selling price per unit, and let me write it as SP, minus, you know what is the variable cost per unit of 2020? What is variable cost per unit of 2020? 82.65. So 82.65 divided by SP into 100, or 0.22 SP is equal to SP minus 82.65, or 82.65 is equal to SP minus 1 minus 0.22. What is 1 minus 0.22? It is 0.78. Therefore, SP is equal to 82.65 divided by 0.78. That is equal to 82.65 divided by 0.78 will give you 105.96. Okay, so required selling price is 105.96 per unit. Clear? This is one method. Okay, now there is another method also. Alternative method. Same concept only. Okay, we know that required PV ratio is equal to 22%. Okay, we have a formula. Variable cost ratio is equal to 1 minus PV ratio. 100 minus PV ratio. Okay, that is equal to, what is variable cost ratio? Variable cost per unit divided by selling price per unit is equal to 100% minus 22%, that is equal to 78%. Okay, now 78%, that is, you know what is variable cost? Variable cost is 82.65. 82.65 divided by SP per unit is equal to 78 or 0.78. Okay, or selling price per unit is equal to 82.65 divided by 0.78. That will give you same answer, which is 105.96 per unit. Okay, so you can use this formula also. So you can note this formula. Variable cost ratio is equal to 100 minus PV ratio. Okay, then the last problem, assuming the company does not change the selling price in 2020, how many units of A should be sold in 2020 to earn the same profit as in 2019? Okay, so the company does not want to change the selling price in 2020, rather it wants to earn the same profit as in that of 2019. So tell the company how many units it has to sell at the revised cost structure. Okay, what can you do here? Required profit for 2020. What was the profit for 2019? Profit for 2019 was 2,96,000, right? 2,96,000. That is equal to, so you need this much profit in 2020. Okay, add what? Fixed cost for 2020. Can you take the fixed cost of 2019? No, you have to take the revised cost. Okay, and what was that? Fixed cost was 1,56,000. So this will be rupees 4,52,000. Okay, now you know what is the contribution per unit. Contribution per unit for 2020. They say that they don't want to change the selling price. So selling price minus variable cost per unit, that will be 100 itself. You know what is variable cost? What is the variable cost? Variable cost is 82.65. Okay, so contribution per unit will be 100 minus 82.65, that is 17.35. Therefore, number of units to be sold is equal to 4,52,000 divided by 17.35. That will give you 52,000 divided by 17.35 will give you 260 26,051.87. Now the requirement is to get the same profit as that of the previous year. Okay, so the profit should not go down. Even if it is increased by 1 or 2 rupees or say 10 rupees, it doesn't matter. So when you round it off, you have to round it off to 26,052, not to 26,051. If you round it off to 26,051, the profit from that will not be 2,96,000. It will be slightly lower than that. Okay, so the objective of this calculation is to see how many units it has to sell minimum to get minimum that much profit of 2,96,000. Okay, so you have to round it off to the highest value. Is it clear? Okay, fine. So I think with that this is over. Yes. Okay. Next question, what I have given is a very fair, simple question for computing the break-even point. So I'm not spending time on that. Then this is also 6.4 is also a straightaway problem. You can work it out. 6A5. Let me see 6A5. How is it? This is also fairly and it's only an analysis. We have already discussed those things. Okay. 6.6 is computation of break-even point in MOS. Same principles which we have used now, and to compute the desired profits. So these questions you can work out your own. This also you can work out your own. Then I think this question, application of the formula only, there is nothing new in that. Okay, anyway, we will do question number 6A8. So you can take page number 13 and read question number 6A8. With that, we will close this section and we will move to the next section. Okay, so read question number 6A.8. We will do one thing. We will take a small break now, some 15 minutes break, and after that we will continue with this question. Okay.